Oh, it should be good. I'm about to check it.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, we should be good, brother. Notification, yeah.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And again, the Lord bless us with another opportunity to do a little Thursday live, man, to update on the news. Okay. And the more, or should I say, as the weeks, the days goes on, it's a lot that's still coming out. Now again, whether it's the big things or little things, the scripture in Sirach says, "Be not ignorant." I'm roughly paraphrasing of anything, whether it's small or little, man. Right. And that's the point of these weekly lessons, which the apostles do weekly lessons, daily lessons. The Elder Yashawama just do one up. He do the news and prophecy. You got many brothers who do different news and prophecy, but the reason that the Lord got us repetitive with these things is so we can keep up with the actions that's going on in the earth. Keep the sheep updated on the news, man. So when when things do happen or hell do break loose, we don't be caught off guard. And that's what it say. Matter of fact, I'll start with that, Aki. But you got something if you got it out. But
right, yeah. I want to say, brother, look, man, the Bible is repetitive. Okay. Right. The Bible is repetitive. If you read through the prophets, they pretty much, were given the same vision. Okay. But they wrote it in different ways, man. But it's all saying the same thing. Okay. The law is repetitive. And it needs to be repetitive because Jake is hard-headed, man. Mm-hmm. But we constantly going into this information, as the brother was saying, for your edification in a nutshell, so that you can be aware of what's going on, and also so that you can have a cloak for your sin or have an excuse. Okay, none of us should have an excuse, man. Information study going out, things are happening, man, and we are living in very beautiful times, bro. And I'm thankful just to be a part of this thing, man. Cool. Go ahead, brother. And I'm gonna get my Bible. I can't believe I left my scriptures. I mean, I got my phone, but ain't nothing like holding it.
You gotta get that sword.
You gotta hold them scrolls, brother. So like,
which one of David, man? It said that his sword was pretty much
like with his hand. Yeah.
yeah. That's how it is. I'm gonna bring this out. This First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. Again, going into the point of why it's important to update weekly, update daily, man. So no sheep don't get caught off guard. You have these other camps who, they main focus is not prophecy. They feel like, we talked about that already, or we did a lesson on that already. Matter of fact, me and Brother Shamala, a couple months ago, we did a lesson responding to Deacon ASAP of the IUIC concerning the MOTB. Now, his argument was that why is Great Millstone continuing to come against them, that they don't consistently edify their sheep on the MOTB. I'm talking about Deacon ASAP on the importance of constantly updating sheep, because these other camps feel as if, well, we talked about that, we did the lesson already, that's it, we good.
Right.
Because the lesson me and Shamala did a couple months ago, he said he asked his congregation on the live chat. Yeah. He said, "Do we ever talk about the MOTB? Put an N for no and put a Y for yes." It was none but no's. He was like, "Yeah, because we don't need to. It's not important." Well, why the scriptures point to it then? Why is there? Why is making a point to singing that out? In the last days, this was one of the major prophecies that was going to be fulfilled, man.
Right.
You got to put some highlight that, put some spotlight on that, man. But his thing was, he said, look, we did a video on the MOTB a couple months ago or 2 years ago. He said, so what's the point of us doing it again? Well, again, the Wadi Hawabashim Hawashai, he got us around those men to daily edify us on what's going on, not missing a beat. And it's for the reason it says 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. It says, for yourselves know perfectly. So Apostle Paul saying, look, I don't have to, as far as, tell you what's going on, because you've been paying attention. You've been in the loop. You ain't been worried about marriage, garments, how many subscribers, likes. You ain't worried about that. You focus on the same thing Yahweh Shah was focused on. The testimony of Yahweh Shah was what? The spirit of prophecy. These events that's going on in the earth, which going to lead to our kingdom. So why wouldn't you want to keep up with it?
Right. And look, brother, as Apostle Paul said, we press towards the mark, man. Okay, for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh. If you're striving for salvation, bro, you ain't thinking about no damn marriage. No BS in the world, man. That's what women think about, bro. They want to, have the, big weddings, like IUIC be having the big weddings.
Right.
All on Instagram and stuff. Bro, the men of the Lord not focused on that, bro. We're going to get married in the kingdom, man. Brother not thinking about that. We're trying to get the hell out of here, okay? Right. And have a true marriage, man. But them guys at IUIC signing actual legal documents, man. Like over with the state to solidify their marriage, man. That's complete madness, all right? But go ahead, brother.
And then putting a Ben Israel.
Yeah, Ben Israel. Man, get the hell out of here, man. That is crazy, man.
Yeah, but real quick, 1 Thessalonians 5:1, it says, but of the times and the seasons, and that's the thing, all right? Just like the seasons change, so do the news on prophecy on where it's at. It changed. Because again, I ain't heard nothing from Bishop. He was on fire a couple of weeks ago, months ago, kept doing lessons like on that digital currency. Right. Now, since they've been talking about putting that the CBDC go into the skin, because he mentioned that. He mentioned the CBDC. He mentioned the digital currency. Right. But now they're saying it's going under the skin. So what's your rebuttal now? Everything points to scanning your eyeballs and going under the skin. What's the rebuttal? Right. So he ain't telling his updating his congregation on these new things that's been signed, these new apps that just came out. But the Lord got us in the loop. That's why it says, for yourselves know perfectly, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so come up as a thief in the night. Yeah, we know the day close, but even before that, it's things to hit, and we know they coming perfectly. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. Suddenly, right? It says suddenly, sudden. As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. So that's the point of daily, Apostle Gabal, daily edification.
Right.
Look at the apostles, man. That's the example. The bishops, the elders, that's daily edification right there.
Right.
It's like we forced to, the school of the prophets back then with Samuel. That was their duty, to go to the school, or wherever they got at, went through those breakdowns and went out there and prophesied. Right. The time of Yahweh Shai, they was going to the houses and meeting up to focus on doing this work, man. But you got it out.
Yeah, the same thing that we're doing today, man. That was Samuel was doing. As the brother said, they were going to the school of the prophets. Samuel was breaking down the scriptures to him, man. And they were learning the scriptures, and they were teaching other people, man. So we're doing the same thing today, okay? We just, are continuing the legacy of our forefathers, man. All right, but the brother spoke about, the day of the Lord coming sudden, right? Because people are not, actually watching out and preparing for this thing, man. If you're not aware of what's going on in the earth, man, the Lord will catch you by surprise. And you don't want that to happen, man. Okay, but real quick, this is Proverbs 3:25 that says, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence and shall keep thy foot from being taken. So sudden fear is coming. All right, sudden judgment, man. Time of Jacob's trouble. That's coming down the pipe. But the Lord told us don't be afraid of that time, man. Why? Because he's going to take care of us and be our confidence, okay? Knowing that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to support us and make sure that we're good, man. Okay? So this is what we constantly do the work. Constantly do the work, man. In hopes of being saved. Okay? If you're not, striving every day, brother, hey, pray for the goal every day, man. Now we understand that brothers not gonna do videos every day, certain brothers. Okay, but if you have that talent, brother, if you have that drive, do it, man. And it feels good when you get into the scriptures and do them videos, bro. It feels good doing that. Okay. And you build your inner man. Okay, you build your inner man, you learn more, things, learn more words. It's beautiful, man. And look, if you constantly into these scriptures, look, brother, and look, you can't get caught off guard, okay? If you're constantly into these scriptures, you cannot get caught off guard. All right, go ahead, Doc. You are muted, brother.
Yeah, that's it. Even keeping up with the current events, that give you more things to expound on when you are teaching. You know, when you talking, there's more things to talk about. But let's hop into it. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Now, as you see from the title, it says Thursday Live. Hide your kids. Remember that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh no, I got to.
You gotta find them out.
I got. And so he Israelite, you know.
Right.
Let's see, hold on. And we go into why that's an entire
terrifying moments for a woman who woke up to a strange man in bed with her. The woman screamed. Her brother rushed in to help and tried to fight the offender off. That break-in happened early this morning in the 500 block of Webster Drive in Huntsville. WFF 48's Elizabeth Gentle caught up.
Dodson heard his sister scream and ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in
Oh, come on, man. See how they
Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband.
Right, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide everybody, man. Because what's going on in the earth? No, that's gonna leave you. You got something out?
I was gonna say, I think he repented, brother.
Okay, I think so. I think
I think he did, but I could be wrong. But he did do a video, about being an Israelite, or confessing to be an Israelite and changing his ways. But it was so long ago, I don't know. Okay, but he did do a video like that, brother. But oh my goodness.
God.
Go ahead.
But hey, as he said, that's why I was in quotations. Hide your kids, man. And we know kids. A kid. That's a baby goat. Was sacrificing. Well, when you look into this, that's why I want to say children are entitled. Kid, because what they doing to these children, what parents allowing their children to do, right? Or these orphans or whatever it may be that they using for tests, guinea pigs and shit like that. That's a sacrifice. You taking little boy parts, and not even all children, but man parts, right? The man stones, and turn it into a woman's. You taking a woman, what the Lord gave her to give birth, and as this article will say, and they putting a fake ride right there. Like, come on, man. And it said they're doing it with robots. Robots, man. So again, hide your children, man. Hide your kids. And again, even on those tablets. Hey, when my children get them tablets, it's a celebration because they don't get it. They don't get it. So when they do, I can let them get it for an hour or so, get some time on it. But even that, I know what they're looking at. I'm monitoring. I ain't about to just let them get anything on there. On the internet, just searching, on YouTube, just scrolling, man. Because look at the content that they got in the earth. They might come across a video of Sexy Red.
Woo! Lord.
Your daughter might see a video of Sexy Red talking about she the raw dog queen.
Ooh, hey, look, brother, please, brother, if you don't mind, but look, go to YouTube, brother, please, Bible shot. I go to YouTube and type in "No God, please no."
No God, please no.
Yeah, type that in, brother. It's a scene from The Office, the TV show The Office. Sexy Red, oh my goodness.
Let me it ain't echoing or nothing, huh?
No, go ahead,
That's cool.
No, God! No, God, please, no, 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 no.
That's it. That's it, man. Now, if you got something, Mike, you got it.
No, go ahead, brother. No, The Office, man. At first, brother, look, I didn't like that TV show at first, but you go back and watch it. That shit funny as hell. Matter of fact, the brother Oswald on that show, bro.
God.
He was like, look, brother, watch that show. It's fun. Like, man, I ain't watching that shit, bro. But then, I humble myself, like, look, let me watch this show, man. I watch it, bro. That shit funny as hell. Go ahead, Doc.
God. But again, man, hey, even hide our children, keep them away as best as we can from this world. Hey, if the Lord bless you, as a parent with opportunity to put your child on a homeschool program, hey, take advantage of it, man. If you're able, but many other things that we got to keep our children from away in this world. And it's the thing, is laws that's been passed and that's in process of being passed to where if your child, your little boy, who you be rough with, fighting and shit, and all of a sudden he said, hey daddy, I want to be a girl. Now, if you as the parent got something to say against it, guess what? You could get charged for that. That's an offense. You could get charged for that. That child could get taken from you. And now when they get taken from you, ain't no telling what they about to do with that little. Well, they probably go use them at this hospital as one of the experiments. You see? And then you might be in jail for correcting your child. That's the times we in, man. But let's get into it. It says, now this from News Target, right? It's from July 18th, 2023. It says, rainbow flag queer surgeon, right? Rainbow flag queer surgeon in Oregon using high-tech genital surgery robots to crank out high volume of you see it right here, we gotta watch our speech being on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
But high volume of freedom of what's the movie?
Sounds of Freedom.
Yeah, right. So let me read it again. It says rainbow flag queer surgeon in Oregon using high-tech genital surgery robots to crank out sounds of freedom, high volume of sounds of freedom. Child and changes, man. They doing this to children. Because why? If they get the children first, guess what? They got the next generation while you still growing up. They already got them. It says Dr. Blair Peters, a surgeon who leads the gender program at Oregon Health and Science University, OHSU, has revealed that his employer uses a high-tech robot. AI taking over. It says uses a high-tech robot to perform automated genital surgeries on patients, some of whom are underage children. So look, that's under a teenager. It says in order to churn out as many gender reconstructive surgeries as fast as possible. They've got to, man, bro. It says they've got to keep all their money flowing. After all, OHSU utilizes the robot's rapid ability to perform vaginoplasties as one example. Now check this out, right? It says a vaginoplasty involves destroying a male's penis and testicles and surgically installing a fake vulva and vagina over the empty spot where his natural reproductive parts used to be.
All right, but we can close the lesson out now. Let's just end the live show. We ain't gotta go no more. What the fuck is, bro?
Like, what's going on, bro?
This is like Sodom and Gomorrah was wicked. This is Sodom and Gomorrah times 20. Okay, in ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, they did not have the medical technology, the medical tools to change a male private part to the opposite sex, okay? But Esau has that technology. He has that science, so-called, all right? And he's done many trials and errors to get to this point. This isn't something that he just learned overnight, man. He had many trials and errors, okay, of connecting certain tubes and, certain parts down there because it's very sensitive down there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very sensitive. So to do that and you know and just practice that, man, shows you how low and of a devil man. This nigga is sick, bro. A very, very sick nigga, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, brother. I got a precept, but you got a precept, brother.
No, you got it, bro.
Bro, this is Psalms chapter 7 and the 9th verse. Okay. Oh my goodness. I can't even find the scripture. Hold on, I'm gonna get this scripture. Psalm chapter 7, verse 9, it says, "Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God tried the hearts and reins." We want the wickedness of the wicked to come to an end, man. This nigga has gone too far, bro.
Right.
Why are you doing this, bro? It's unnatural, okay? And they already came out with studies, as we talked about, how those people who go through that, process has to keep some kind of tube in them just to stop that hole from closing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wound, man, that they artificially created, and the body is reacting like, okay, this is a hole, this is a wound. Let me try to fix it. But they keep a little, brother, go ahead, Doc. The fuck out.
And
Go ahead.
it's like, which like we gotta be at the end of the world. If not, then what else could be after this, man? This is real quick. This Psalms chapter 12 and verse 8. It says, "The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted." And that's what we're seeing. Wicked, it says the wicked walk on every side.
Yeah.
Truth is spreading. Oh, what's a good example of that? In First Maccabees, the first chapter, it says that when the Greeks, starting with not Antiochus, Alexander the Great, when the Greeks came into power, right, and his full generals, got their provinces, it says that wickedness or evils increased in the earth. It's spread. That's why it's in our law that if we see something that's going on, for example, if man lied with another man as he lied with woman, put him in the death on spot. Something got to be done so fear could be put through all the people on spot. Not that it could linger and then get into mind of the one person and another person, and everybody doing it. Well, that's what's happening here in this world. Beginning with Babylon the Great is do as thou wilt, and they push this same energy, this spirit over the four corners to these other countries, man. In fact, and that I seen that World Bank, it says World Bank punishes, this is a side note, but kind of hitting on the point, World Bank punishes Uganda for anti-rainbow flag law. We see with that, anti-rainbow flag law. And we went into last week, and we'll get into that, but we went into last week how it says that the World Bank, although it's, I think, 179 countries, 189 countries, one of them, that is heavily influenced by America, though. Everybody, pretty much the whole world, members of that, but it's influenced by America. Why America? Because it came out the so-called, hey, come on, man, Esau Edom, the vile man, but now though it's spread through the four corners. Like it's saying in Revelation about that great whore, right? Who spread that wine across the world, dropping it everywhere. Well, that's what we're seeing. And that's why anything goes. I'm going to read it again and we'll get back into the article. Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And just real quick, I got that word vile. It says extremely unpleasant, foul for similar words, nasty, unpleasant, bad. It says morally bad. And that's what we're reading. That's what we in this article. Morally bad, wicked. And the scriptures describe the so-called white man as the wicked, a little worth or of value, and that's why things like this is accepted in this world. But let's get back into it. It says, continuing on, Peters is proud of the fact that OHSU is able to use the robot, bragging that his gender clinic currently has the highest volume on the West Coast for such surgeries. If it wanted to, OHSU could manage 2 of these robots performing bodily mutilation, Peter further gloated. So look, they bragging about it too. And it says the robot at OHSU also performs phalloplasties, which is the opposite of vaginoplasty, right? We read what vaginoplasty is, cutting a male parts off and putting a fake vulva and a fake vagina over the empty spot, like I just said, over his natural reproductive parts. So it's saying, look, they don't just do that, but this is what they also do. It says a phalloplasty involves surgically destroying a female's reproductive organs and replacing them with a fake penis and other associated treatments. Come on. Come on, man. I got a precept. You got something, Mark? This is Wisdom of Solomon 14. I don't know if you said something, Mark. You might be on mute. Oh, what happened to the brother? Oh, Salak, I ain't even know the brother had got off. Hold on. Let me call him. Salak, Baba Kashab, bear with us. Yeah, Shalom Tala Akim, you know. Akim Akwat out there, Yabashim Ashabrakatam. Okay, kind of brother about to hop back on. But we'll continue. So again, they said, look, they'll just change a male to being a female by putting fake, you know, vulvas and trying to watch my words, you know, I don't know if it's children watching, but you know, women parts to fake that, man. What times we in? Come on, I got a precept. This Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and verse. Let me start up a little bit. The point in 26. And when you go into this chapter, it's going into idols, how men take things on earth, whether it's wood, stone, or even a king or a famous person, and they make them an idol, right? Instead of the Most High, who gave these people this ability or made the wood and the gold and such things. And it said how idol worship brought wickedness into the world, and what, you know, and just kind of giving a background on the chapter and what idol worship leads to. In other words, it's saying it opens a whole box of everything. Do as thou wilt. Do as thou wilt. Because now that you're not serving Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, you don't have these same standards and codes and laws. You could do what you want. So that's what it's going into. And we're going to see again, what is idol worship lead to? Because you changing yourself into another person. Now you think you're a woman. That's idol-like, man. Now people, you know, you got all the subscribers. You know how I go. But you got a TV show. Now you famous because hey, Caitlyn Jenner. But let's read this. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14. And I'll just start at 21. It says, and this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Let's just make sure my speaker was on. Shalom to Allah. Shalom, Mark. See Yakanan. Brother Kanakaya. But let me go back to this. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't on mute. It says, moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they live in the great wall of ignorance, these so great plagues called they peace. Check it out. It says, for while they slew their children in sacrifices. Now, with modern day sacrifices, if you let your child, or shall I say your kid, a baby goat, you know, likening it to a sacrifice, that's, you know, hide your kids, you know, your child, man. But if you allow your son to turn into a girl, your Dwayne Wade, and your daughter to turn into a boy, to give it over to and conform it to this world, come on, man, that's a sacrifice. Whether it's to get famous, you get money, whatever it may be, that's a sacrifice. And that's what it's going into. How much more in these last times? It says, for while they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites. Come on, man. We're reading about strange rites. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. That's a sacrifice. Count them in that Wisdom of Solomon 14.
Okay, Con. I'm good on the volume, bro.
Yeah, you good. You A1.
Okay, Con.
But and again, this stuff was been written. How much more in these times that we read this? It says they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. Nobody respect their marriages. Everybody, the older women want to be young and thoughts. You see, and a young thoughts want to be city girls. But nothing is in order. Everything is out of order. It says, but either one slew another treacherously or grieved him by adultery, robbing, killing. It says, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury. Now check it out. As we're going into this article, changing of kinds, right? Changing sex. It says disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, and what? And changing of kind. This is real life. This happening. Changing of kind, going from a woman to a man and a man to a woman. Then once you get 2 years into it, you realize you're depressed. Now you want to go back. You can't just attach your old man parts again. You got to, you about to say something, Mark?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, brother, in the margin of the KJV 1611, it tells you when it says changing of kind, it says sex. So this is exactly what we're seeing, man. These scriptures are on point, boy, 1,000%, man. And this world is defiled, is wicked and abominable, man. Okay, and I got a precept real quick, brother. Actually, I have the comment board, man. Okay, the brother's going in on the comment board, do precepts. The brother Ayachanan, and then the brother Adad Gomez of Basra from Basra. Brother Ayachanan put that Sirach 10 and 2 and 3. Yeah, beautiful precept about it. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Esau, he's running the world right now. And this is why the scriptures say that all the world wondered after the beast. They're following Esau ways, man. This is why everybody's so corrupted and destroyed. Okay? I'll go to verse 3, brother.
Yeah,
he got 3. Right, it says, and an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. This man is destroying the people on purpose, okay? And we understand it is biblical prophecy, but this man is destroying people, bro, by allowing such behavior, right? And it says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And the one that is profitable is Yahushua. All right, so go ahead, Doc.
And that's the brother Ashiel. Gomez. But let's go back to this real quick, because I do want to get that Isaiah 10, but I want to hold that for that Portland with the woman.
Oh yeah.
But and you know what? I believe this same hospital that we're reading about that got the robots, that's the same hospital this woman got kicked out of. So, but I'm gonna read that again. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 26, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, and changing of kind. And we see these things going on. It says disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. Again, sexual, You know?
Woo!
And that's another thing, man. Even these podcasts is like it's like, you know, the whole podcast wave was cool in lockdowns, you know, when people, you know,
Right.
you just got want something to listen to. But now it's the same conversation. Sex, right? Should a man pay? Should we go 50-50? It's the same conversations. That's why with us, that's why Yahweh Shai said that we got the spirit on us. Out of our belly shall flow rivers of living water. There's many things to talk about within this truth. And we can go on forever about the same topic. And look, as we going on, there's new things being brought up. But in this world, it's so limited, man.
Right.
It's limited. But let's go back to this article. You got something, bro?
No, I'm gonna say, man, and them women on them podcasts be complete airheads. Okay, they don't know their right hand from their left hand, bro. Even if they have a so-called, you know, a degree or whatnot, them bitches don't know nothing. And they prove about the things that come out their mouths. How they view sex. Okay, sex has been tainted so much in this society, bro. I mean, it's confusion. A woman think that, you know, that she's sexually experienced, that's a good thing.
Right.
It's not. But they actually brag about it. Well, I ain't got that many bodies. For you to make that statement, that's a problem. That's a problem, baby.
You know, I'm laughing at Salaki. You know, Don't Be a Menace, the parody of it, of South Central, where you drink your oranges in the hood.
Right.
Maybe you got the chicken back of the U-Haul van, and she's like, I'm a little shy. I'm a little shy. I don't really do this. Hey, acting all, you know, all submissive and like she a righteous woman, man. As soon as that thing he said, "Nah, be yourself," I forget how it go. She turned into a demon, huh? Got on top of him, spit coming out. She turned into a demon.
Right, tongue got long.
Come on, man. Hey, but while you had when you was off, because remember how we was reading up here, vaginoplasty, how that's taking a man part, testicles, taking it off and putting a fake, you know, women parts, right? So this hospital said that they ain't only doing that. It says, but this is what they also doing. It says the robot at OHSU also performs phalloplasties, which is the opposite of vaginoplasty. A phalloplasty involves surgically destroying a female's reproductive organs and replacing them with a fake penis and you know, excuse me for my, you know, and other associated treatments.
Yeah, but you can just say phallic.
Phallic.
Yeah, because the word, you know, that word they got, what's it called there? Phalloplastic. Yes, the word phallic means, you know, the P word.
Okay,
Phallo, you know, phallo, yeah.
The water.
Yeah, so phallic is a, you know.
It says the water, bro. It says robotic surgery is a sophisticated way of doing surgery on the inside of the belly cavity without making a big incision. Explained an OHSU employee in a 2021 video. You know, on YouTube, I jumped down. Man, it says in addition to the traditional phallus inversion, you know, the vaginoplasty, we also offer a robotic approach. In a robotic approach, we create your external genitals in the same way, but I also make an incision above your belly button and one on your hip. And through these incisions, I'm able to bring in the robotic instruments. Using the robotic instruments, I dissect a space between your bladder and your rectum for your woman part. And a robotic approach also allows me to take tissue from the inner lining of your belly called peritoneum. Using the peritoneum, I make the deepest portion of your woman part. And a robotic approach may be especially useful for people with limited, you know, foreskin. So, hey, they take your, you know, I'll put in the chat, but this the surgeon over. Let me go ahead and play it. Let me take this off the screen.
one thing that is very new.
If I go to the doctor, and which we ain't, you know, they ain't even our thought anyway, but say if we had to, you know, your child or something, and you walk in and you see, they say, you know, the nurse come in first, get your information, and the doctor be with you soon, and this walk in.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm leaving.
Out of there.
And then a nigga like that can't even fix my food. I don't want no food by him. Like, seriously, bro. Go ahead, brother.
Come on. So it says, and this is his name is Blair Peters, a self-described queer surgeon who uses he, they pseudo pronouns, describes using a robot to castrate puberty suppressed adolescents, little children, man, boys, and transform their phallus tissue into an artificial woman part.
Who is genital surgery in someone that has underwent pubertal suppression. Not so much an issue in someone with assigned female at birth anatomy that undergoes a phalloplasty, because we're creating something with a free tissue transfer, a flap anyway. But a much bigger issue for an individual that's undergoing a penile inversion vaginoplasty, because we use all of that tissue to basically create the vulva as well as line the internal vaginal canal. And as a specialty, those of us that do a fairly high volume of genital gender affirming surgery, we've maybe done a handful of pubertally suppressed adolescents as a field, and no one's published on it yet. OHSU we're just putting our first series together as we're kind of learning and figuring out.
Yeah, that's enough for him. But let me get a quick preset. We can move on. What'd you say, bro?
I'm just saying, man. I mean, this the end, bro. Like, people like this have access, to you and your children, man. To get, approval from the government, all right, to okay this stuff, man, it's too much, okay? But this is, one of the main reasons why the Heavenly Father is going to truly destroy this place, man. God damn, bro.
Man, I got one real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and it's the GNT version. And we're going to start at verse 5. It says, the Lord says, I am going to bring terrible disasters on the whole world. War, famine, death, and destruction. And look, that's the thing with the Heavenly Father. He don't just do stuff. He give you the reason why he doing it. And it's the reason why. It says, because wickedness have spread everywhere and evil have reached its limit. He had enough of it. Go back to Noah. The brothers on Island going to that off the Noah. The Most High said, look, Noah, go build the ark. It's about that time. I had enough of the wickedness of man.
Right.
Now it's time for me to destroy them, because look, it reached this limit, like it said in the KJV version. The wickedness is, I'll read it real quick. It's 2nd Ezra 15. In the KJV, it says, verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Not just a little bit, it says exceedingly. And in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, for you to exceedingly do something, that's to tell you how much wickedness it is, man. We only know about the little half. This, this little article right here from News Target. And we all, brothers on the, who watching probably mad. They got children, this get us mad. But the Lord said exceedingly. How much other stuff that's going on in the world we have no idea about, man. But the Most High know. It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled to its limit. Because it's only bringing death. And it says, verse 7, and therefore the Lord says, I will no longer remain silent about the wickedness of these godless people. I will no longer tolerate it. And that's why we about to, that's why we've been seeing judgments come on the earth, and we about to see it even increase from here on out, because wickedness going to increase. So the Lord going to increase his judgments, man.
Right.
And it says there, and I'll finish it off. I can, if you got something, you got it. It says they have murdered innocent people. And look, even again, going back to the sex change, that's like killing somebody, man. It truly is. Because now you ain't even yourself. And that's, well, it is killing somebody, because that's why a lot of these people who do change, they go into depression and commit suicide.
Right.
So it says they have murdered innocent people, and the blood they have spilled cries out to me for revenge. The souls of the righteous are constantly pleading for revenge, man. And the Lord about to bring that judgment. But you got something, bro?
Yeah, I want to ask you, in that GNT, brother, you don't mind going to 2 Ezra chapter 5?
Come. This 2 Ezra chapter 5 from the top.
No, you can just get to the point of it. Hold up. Yeah, I think it's 5. At the top. Yeah, I'll go to the top part a little bit. It says, 1. Yeah, 1.
Okay, come. The 2 Ezra 5:1, it says, but in the GNT, it says, but these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in the grip of great confusion.
Right. Be in the grip of great confusion, man. This is why you're seeing all this madness going on, brothers and sisters. These people are in a grip of great confusion, man. To sit there and surgically change a man to a woman and a woman to a man, that is complete confusion. To call a grown-ass man, Z, Zer, Zunk, Zay, like, come on, bro. People identifying as animals, kids at school taking a piss inside of a litter box, and the school actually, agreeing to this behavior, man. Complete confusion. All right, go ahead, Doc.
It says the way of truth will be hidden, and no faith will be left in the land.
Right, read verse 2, brother.
In verse 2, it says, wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be.
This is what we at, brother. Go ahead, Doc.
Man. Verse 3.
No, you good, brother. Yeah. That's good on that.
That's fire. And I'm gonna speed up too, because I just looked at the time. It's been about 46 minutes, bro. So that's when I put in the chat. That's one article. So this next one, we're gonna hop into it is natural news. Now this is going into the segment of the lesson, cases of SCS denial. Now they got ESG out. You spoke on the SDGs.
Right.
I couldn't fit social credit score in there, so I just put an SCS. So if anybody was wanting SCS, is social credit score. Now, I want to get some examples. Now, this is not directly dealing with a social credit score as far as why this woman was denied, but this is an example of it. This is a foreshadowing on if you don't get down with the new laws, all inclusive, right? Just like Uganda finding out right now. You see the World Bank coming against them because they ain't with it. And even in this article, it hit on pretty much ESGs because it says, and I'll read a little bit. Right, it says because they're not aligned with the bank's environmental and social guidelines. Right, but now when you read this woman right here, this was put out the 9th, so yesterday. It says Portland woman denied cancer treatment, and look, she already, she need help, man. But that's to show you the extremes of it, how far they willing to go to make sure you go get down with the program. It says, you got something?
Nah, brother, go ahead, Doc.
It says Portland woman denied cancer treatment because she criticized transformerism. So they told her, look, you can't come here. We can't deal with you. Although you got cancer and you need treatment, you got to go somewhere else because you don't agree with what we agree with. And I mind you, what we just read about, OHSU, this that same hospital. So it says a cancer patient who expressed upset, like a cancer patient who expressed upset, it's a little, about the presence of a large transformer flag on display at Oregon Health and Social Science is now being denied life-saving cancer treatment by the hateful rainbow flag tyrants who run a facility. And again, as what we went into last week, is going to come down to where you go get judged, your UBI, universal basic income, where you can spend your money. When all this stuff go digital, they're gonna start tracking everybody, what you do. You know, if you agree, if you're trying to oppose us on social media, we talked about that for the past 2-3 weeks. How they linking your credit score, your digital ID with social media, man. Oh, and the digital currency. They're trying to put it all together. Everybody will get judged by what they're doing in earth. And if you got a good score, then you'll get more benefits. If you got a bad score, you will get cut out of society. And that's what we're going into. And this is just an example on what it's going to come to. So it says the woman who identifies only as Marlene, so as to protect her identity, wrote a letter to OHSU and specifically Family Medicine at Richmond, asked to speak directly with someone about the flag's presence, which she explained makes her feel uncomfortable. Where is the flag for women? Marlene asked, or for children? I've been threatened on Twitter by transformer activists with grape and death. And that's another thing, man. We got that example in Genesis 19. When these people get offended, they go straight to trying to kill you or trying to get you canceled. You know, just like they look, she had a problem with the flag, and she said she getting threats of grape and death. You go back to Lot and them when the angels came in the house. Lot said, "Look, don't do this wicked thing, man. These men, they my guests." And they got mad at Lot, said, "Oh, you a stranger here. You new here, and you think you a judge over us?" They said, "You know, we're gonna do you worse than what we would have did to them." So this the same mindset these people got. Because you know they already feel guilty in their mind, they know they're wrong. And you know when somebody wrong, like they get defensive quick. you know? So that's why they be acting like that, man. Go straight to want to kill people, man. It says, and look, as they get more freedoms, they will be more reckless. But it says, so it is daunting to go for medical treatment with that banner proclaiming that what I am, an adult human female calling myself that now is hateful per OHSU. Right, I'm gonna jump down, and it goes how she feel offended, she feel unsafe. Now check it out. It says rather than respect the fact that not everyone feels comfortable having a massive transformer flag on display, Marlene described an enormous banner hang. I'll move on, get to the point. Again, I want to let that brother get it in. It says so this is what they sent her. This is what they sent her. It says, "Dear Marlene, the response letter from OHU stated, this letter is to inform you that effective immediately, you are discharged from receiving medical care at the Richmond Family Medical Clinic. This action is being taken because of ongoing disrespectful and hurtful remarks about who? About the rainbow flag community and staff." So they cut her loose. Let me get a quick preview. This second Ezra 7, because it goes into it's second Ezra 2, I believe. Yeah, second Ezra 2. It goes into what the Lord gonna do to people who try to protect or give rights to this community, man. This second Ezra 2 in verse 8. It says, "Woe be unto thee, assure thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee." All right, now that word hide, when you look it up, even on Google, one of the definitions for this to protect. To protect somebody on the run, you hide them out. You helping them, you protecting them. So it says, "Thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee." So we got to read on to see what unrighteousness is they committing. Because there's many different things according to the law that it could be a judgment for. So what specific unrighteous thing is we seeing? It says, "Thou that hidest the unrighteous in thee," or protect the unrighteous. It says, "O thou wicked people, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah." Why he bringing that up? Because this the same things they doing, protecting the rainbow flag community, making laws for them. The first thing Biden, when he got in office, what he did, he made laws. And it says, "Whose land lieth in clouds of pitch and heaps of ashes, even so also will I do unto them that hear me not, saith the Lord Almighty," man. You got something, bro?
Go ahead, brother.
So that's cool on that. I thought in the chat. let's see. Now, I want to touch on this too, because it ain't just Marlene. It ain't just Marlene, real quick. Now, I seen the Yashawama when we was about to start, he did his news segment, and he touched on this, how America is forcing its ways on the world. Now, the World Bank, again, that's pretty much all countries are members, who got certain central banks. Now, last week we spoke on how, although it's Russia, China, all these different countries, but the World Bank, it says, is heavily influenced by what America want and what America say. Now, when you read this, Uganda, they had an anti-rainbow flag law that they just implemented. And the World Bank said, oh, no, you can't do that. Since you're doing that, we're going to cut off your funds. Now, we just read that about last week, the World Bank, when they said the same thing for Nigeria, that if they don't make that digital ID, they're going to cut off giving them loans. So they forcing these people, man. And I read it, it says, World Bank punishes Uganda for anti-rainbow flag law. It says, and look at the sign. It look like sixes back there. But it says the World Bank has announced a halt to new funding for Uganda for citing the country's anti-rainbow flag bill passed earlier this year as the reason for the decision. The global financing body concluded in a statement on Tuesday. So all these countries across the world came together and made this decision and said that the East African countries' anti-LGBT law, which makes aggravated rainbow flagism a capital offense. And really, the Most High law is even worse. You're supposed to put them to death. It says it imposes penalties up to life in prison for consensual same-sex relations, contradicts its values. So the World Bank said, look, you going against everybody who here. This is what they said. We believe our vision to eradicate poverty on a livable planet can only succeed if it includes everyone, irrespective of race, gender, or sexuality. This law undermines those efforts. Inclusion and non-discrimination sit at the heart of our work around the world, the bank stated. Now check this out. It says the decision follows increased calls from human rights groups and activists for sanctions against Kampala after the passage of the anti-rainbow flag law in 2023 in May, which they say legalizes homophobia and transformophobia. That shit childish. It says, that's what they said. I'm gonna jump to this one. No, I got to read this. It says, late last month, several members of the U.S. Congress wrote to the World Bank President A.J. Banga, requesting that the bank suspend all lending to Uganda in order to force the government to repeal the anti-GAY legislation. So they're going to force them. Hold on real quick. You got it, bro. If you want some.
All right, yeah, that's pretty much Esau making them bow the knee to the image of the beast, man. That's what's happening, bro. Okay, because they are opposing the so-called will of the elites, and that's why you had, what's her name, Kamala Harris. She went over there to Africa, and she was spreading that BS, and trying to pass out money to get them to submit, but they were like, hell no. Mm-hmm. But now this is the result of them so-called, a rebellion against the beast system, man. We'll just cut your money off and starve you out. Okay, Esau has the power to do that, man. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
God, it says, right. So they're gonna force them to change that law. And it says pretty much call on all the members of the organization to agree. And it says a World Bank team went to Kampala immediately after the law was passed and concluded that additional measures were needed, check this out, to ensure project implementation aligned with the bank's environmental and social guidelines. That's I got it right here, ESG. Environmental, social, and governance. scores on well, it could be, individuals. They're gonna have certain scores, your social credit score, how you living in society, whether you're gonna have certain freedoms or not. But even these countries, the same thing. The brother Zainala went into it a couple of weeks ago. Even these countries gonna have to have certain scores on whether they get these loans, so on and so forth. Whether your nation is keeping up with where the world going. This NWO.
Right. Well, you know what? Look, brother, this a fake. Oh, they're not happening, but it's fake.
Right. Come on, man. Real quick, this Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast, now, the fourth beast was Rome. Now, America made an image to it. It kept it going. So everything we seen that's been going on in the society is patterned after Rome. Now that they got this technology, right? Got this technology and this certain power. Now they want to go to a new world, though, with this new beast, man. And that's what they're taking it. And they're going to force everybody in the world to conform to this new way. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak in America. And again, America is speaking because it's the World Bank. And we got it last week, the World Bank, 189 something members from all over the world. But why is the World Bank? It says they heavily influenced by America, though. Come on, man.
Yeah, I gotta say that article right there, bro. I gotta say that one.
Come on. Chat. But yeah, bro, this continue. And it says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast. So if you don't get down with this new way, should be killed. Now, again, it could be literally killed, but also as we seeing right here, like Marlene over here in Portland, she was cut off from what? Getting cancer treatment, life-saving help, because she didn't agree with transformerism. Now we read in Uganda, they're getting cut off from getting loans because they don't agree, or like I say right here, the ESG, with the banks, the World Bank's environmental and social guidelines. Well, they getting cut out of society, as I say right here, for the definition of that word killed. Now it's G615, Apocateno, but that's not the one I want.
Strong's G650.
The root word is
Strong's G575, apa
of separation. So if you don't get down and conform to the new way of doing things, it says of separation. You cut off local separation after verbs of motion from a place, i.e. of departing or fleeing. Get out. Marlene was told to get out. Don't come back. It says from the whole part, of separation from a part from the whole. Uganda was separated from the whole, all the other countries, man, because they didn't want to agree. What else they got? Just separation, though. But again, you being cut off, and how much more citizens? If the governments agree to it, what you think they gonna come down with their citizens, man? Then it's gonna be draconian type laws we gonna see, right? Now, that's pretty much it on that. I read this too. It says, no new public financing to Uganda will be presented to our board of executive directors until the efficacy of the additional measures has been met, until you agree. So he gonna starve them out. Now, again, they may seem far-fetched, and I ain't gonna read all into this one, and you got it. Like it says, coming soon. Now, mind you, I found this interesting because this article is from, now it's 8/3, but it's from 2021. And it says, coming soon, America's own social credit system. Again, they're going to do it to the citizens. Now it says the new domestic war on terror kicked off by the riot on, JAN, 5+1, because you can't even say that. So even they used that event to say, oh no, we gotta get a tab on everybody. It was too much. So see, everything fake what Esau doing, man. Again, the brother put it. Let's see. Isaiah 10:1, the brother Ashiel. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, make these laws, right? That take away your God-given rights. It says, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. They had them set in plans and they make it happen on earth. And it says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, that they may rob the fatherless. You know, but just real quick, it says several web giants to unveil predecessors to what effectively could become a soft social credit system by the end of the decade, relying on an indirect hand from DC. Our social betters in corporate America will attempt to force the most profound changes of our society has seen during the internet era. And I read this part. It says China's social credit system is a combination of government and business surveillance that gives citizens a score that can restrict the ability of individuals to take actions, such as purchasing plane tickets, acquiring property, or taking loans. Why? Because of behaviors. Do you agree? It says, given the position, then it's going to be the CHIP. Do you got this CHIP in you? It says, given the position of several major American companies, a similar system may be coming here sooner than you think. And I thought it was interesting because this from 2021, right? Right. Now you had this article put out today, because this one said coming soon, America's own social credit system. But put out today, it says, well, get ready. America's smart street lights now being rigged with license plate readers to spy on your every move. And I'm gonna put this article in the chat. I'm gonna give it to the brother. But when you go into it, they doing it. They doing it. They link with this company. I was on a company website earlier. They called UBCure right here. UBCure, right? And I went to their site, and that's what they do. So just like China, as we showed on some videos a while back, as you're walking down the street, it's gonna put the square on your face, tell you who you is, where you stay, all that. So get ready, America is here. We ain't gotta wait on no more. It's here, man. So but you got it, bro.
I can just switch over the screen, I guess.
God.
Yeah, screen over. Con, yep. Yeah, man. I'm gonna go through this here, real quick. Lord willing, through the Spirit, man. They're trying to just go according to the title of the video. U.S. troops in the Red Sea. And I got this video here from WeOn News. If you've been watching the Thursday Lives, you know that the WeOn News is one of my favorite, news stations outside of RT News and other news media sites. But I really love WeOn News, man. They be on it, bro. Okay, so as you can see, it says thousands of U.S. troops arrive in Red Sea amid retching Iran tensions. Okay, so I'll play this here video so that you can see what's going on over there in the Middle East and just how tensions are rising, and the spirit of war is heavy in the earth, man. Okay, it can't be denied, bro. It is so much going on. Okay, on top of over in Poland, they said 10,000 troops to their border to combat Belarus, who is pretty much down with Russia, I think. So things are happening, man. Okay, it is so much going on. It's impossible to keep up. But I'll play this here video, man. Then I grab a precept here.
We're starting off with updates coming in from the US and Iran, because more than 3,000 United States military personnel have arrived in the Red Sea aboard 2 warships. One-time allies, the United States and Iran have seen tensions escalate repeatedly in the 4 decades since the Islamic Revolution. As Iran advances its nuclear program and trains proxy forces throughout West Asia, the potential for violent conflict persists. Now, here's a look at the recent developments which are coming in from the Red Sea region. The move signals a beefed-up response from Washington after tanker seizures by Iran. The deployment adds to a growing U.S. military buildup in tense Gulf waterways vital to the global oil trade. Now, of course, now we look at it from Tehran's side. Hitting out, Tehran accused Washington of inflaming regional instability. The U.S. military says that Iran has either seized or attempted to take control of nearly 20 international ally flagships in the region over the past 2 years. We're talking about 2 years and 20 ships that they're talking about. The US sailors and Marines entered the Red Sea after transiting through the Suez Canal. They arrived on board the USS Bertrand and USS Carter Hall warships. The USS Bertrand is an amphibious assault ship which can carry fixed wing and rotary aircraft as well as landing craft. The USS Carter Hall, on the other hand, is a dock landing ship, transports Marines, their gear, and lands them ashore. Now, the latest deployment comes after Washington said its forces blocked 2 attempts by Iran to seize commercial tankers in international waters of Oman on the 5th of July. The maritime services in Iran said one of the 2 tankers, the Bahamian flagged Richmond Voyager, had collided with an Iranian vessel, seriously injuring 5 crew members. In April and early May, Iran seized 2 oil tankers within a week in regional waters. Now, those incidents came after Israel and the United States blamed Iran in November for what they said was a drone strike against a tanker operated by an Israeli-owned firm off the coast of Oman. Now, this is the region that we're talking about. From the US side, US announced last month that F-35 and F-16 would deter Iran from seizing ships in the Gulf.
Quick question for you. Did you know you should have a healthy bowel movement at least once every single day? According to the Mayo Clinic,
yes, as your brothers and sisters can see, man, tensions are rising. Okay, but I just wanted to pause it here back at this.
With an Iranian vessel.
This 206 mark, just so that you can see this map here. Because according to the scriptures, man, the Most High is going to lead, Babylon to this land here for World War III. Okay, over in the Middle East, man. All right, and I have a precept here to prove it, man. Eventually, they're gonna get on land. Okay, they're just in the they're in the waters right now, but eventually they're gonna get on land and they're gonna fight, man. Okay, this is Joel 2:20. It says, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army." And what's the northern army talking about? Babylon, man. Okay, America. That's the northern army. Okay, it says, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate. That land barren and desolate is talking about this land here, man, over in the Middle East. Okay, this is where he's going to be driven to. This is where he's at. All right. It says, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate with his face toward the East Sea. Now, what's the East Sea talking about? The East Sea is talking about the Euphrates. Okay, that's the East Sea. His face will be facing the Euphrates, right? It says, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and that's the Red Sea. Okay, this is the utmost sea right here, Red Sea. All right, and if you had a map, to zoom in, that East Sea is talking about the Euphrates. So this is the land that he will be at right here in the war of Armageddon, man. Okay, it says, with his face toward the East Sea and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savior shall come up, because he had done great things. Okay, great wickedness. All right, so he's going to be destroyed over there, man. In that region, his stink shall come up. And the other day, I did this lesson here on the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, man, a breakdown. Okay, which goes into all the armies of the earth being destroyed by the Lord. And I read it here because it said back in Joel that his stink shall come up and his ill savor shall come up. So Isaiah 34 says, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Uh-oh.
So like I was trying to show a map while you was reading. You should be good now. Okay,
cool. What was that? Isaiah 34. Okay, come. It says, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. So he's going to judge all the armies of the earth, man. It says he had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So Isaiah saw in the vision that the Lord had destroyed all the armies of the earth, man, especially Babylon, the great army. All right. that beast system, man. It will be destroyed. Okay, read Revelation chapter 19. Read 2 Ezra 13, man. Read Revelation chapter 17. It speaks about them being destroyed by the Lord. Okay, it says, verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. So they're going to be judged, man. So while Babylon is over there in this region, trying to police everything, tell everybody what to do, being the bully on the block, eventually going to be destroyed, man. Because Babylon army has been spread thin. Okay, they're trying to, handle the situation in Ukraine. Then they over there, in the sea call over there about China, the South China Sea, wherever the sea is over there. They over there, into it with China, and they over here into it with, Iran. They're just all over the place, man. Spread thin. But eventually, you devils gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, thus said the scriptures. Now, I'm moving on here to this recent news. Okay, I'm sure brothers and sisters have saw this here. This is from WFFA News. It says death toll reaches 36 as Hawaii wildfires continue to burn. Now, this number has been updated to 53. I'm not sure if they give out a new number, but the last time I checked it was at 53. Okay. But judgment happened over here in Hawaii, man. So I'll play this video so that you can see, just the effects of this fire, man. This was devastating, bro. And I saw a guy on the internet, I was telling the brother earlier, I saw an Instagram video of a guy saying, look, man, it's dead bodies over there in that water right now. He was pointing towards it, I believe. Some judgment happened, bro. I mean, that's scary, but I'm gonna play the video so that you can just see everything because, oh my goodness, okay? I only can imagine, man, being in the midst of this, trying to get out, trying to run, man, and they're just jumping in this water, bro, for safety, okay? So here we go.
Our breaking news anchor, Megan Mitchell, who's following the devastation from wildfires in Hawaii. Megan, we got an update overnight as the death toll continues to grow.
We did get an update overnight. We also have a new update about the governor. So this has turned scary really fast, Mark. We just got new numbers in this morning. We now know that 36 people have died. And right now, residents there are scrambling to evacuate as a state of emergency has now been declared for the entire island of Maui. Hospitals in Maui are overwhelmed with burn patients and patients with smoke inhalation. People are jumping in waters just to desperately flee the flames. Dry conditions and strong winds from Hurricane Dora in the Pacific are really making this situation much worse. Those winds and flames knocking out cell towers in Maui, shutting down communication, including 911 services. Now the U.S. military is deploying helicopters to the islands to help fight the fires and provide search and rescue support.
There's hundreds of homes burned down to the ground. The entire area of Front Street, the whole historic area is gone, burned to the ground, the harbor.
Dallas-based airline Southwest tweeted last night, "Our hearts are with Hawaii. We've added additional flights between the islands and back to the mainland this week to keep people and supplies moving." If you were traveling to Maui, listen up here because right now the island and the leaders are discouraging visitors from coming to the island. By the way, the governor, we did just learn, is expected to tour the damage today. And then after he tours the damage, we do expect him and potentially the mayor to give us an update. Greg, let's talk about this weather because is there any relief in sight weather-wise to get these fires under control?
Yeah, those winds there are going to keep blowing, it looks like, across the islands there as we go through the day. We're talking about the Dora. You mentioned a Hurricane Dora. It's a powerful hurricane well away from the islands, though. You see at the top of the screen, that's where we do have the islands there. The hurricane itself well out to the south and the east of that system, south and west, 140-mile-per-hour winds. So it's a strong hurricane moving westward at 22. So it's moving away from the islands there, but a little farther north, we do have that area of high pressure. You see the counterclockwise circulation with Dora. A little farther north, we do have the clockwise circulation with that area of high pressure. So the islands are sandwiched in between these two systems, and you have those winds funneling right over the islands there. They will be increasing, getting into that 15 to 25 mile per hour range. So you have those strong winds that will continue to blow today, combining with the drought conditions over the islands there. You see, as we zoom in on Maui, they are dealing with moderate to severe drought. So again, those winds are going to be in that 20, 25 mile per hour range at times today. So that will just fan those flames. The fires that have, they will spread quickly as the fires that have developed across the area. So unfortunately, those winds will continue to blow. And I do think they will continue to have issues with those fires as we go through the day today.
The homeless problem is getting worse. It's not getting better. Crime is getting worse.
So, hey, man, there you have it, okay? Over there in Hawaii, bro, it is serious, all right? And maybe how about you, I was shy.
Now the U.S. military
have mercy, okay, on the brothers over there in Hawaii, man, all right? GMS Hawaii, maybe how about you, I was shy, protect you brothers, man, and keep y'all from that madness, okay? And please put a prayer for them brothers. I'm not sure if they're on that, a particular island, but they're near it, okay, being in Hawaii. So please pray for them brothers out there, man. The Most High keep them protected from all this, stuff going on. But hey, man, this is judgment, okay? This is heavy judgment from the Lord. And I end here with this precept, brother. We can close out. This Isaiah 29, verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." So the Lord, he causes all these things, man. These great fires, earthquakes, and hurricanes, man. And indeed, we are heading to hurricane season, bro. All right, be on the lookout for that. Okay, but the Most High, he calls all things, man. As it says in Amos, if there be evil in the city, guess who did it? The Lord did it. All right, so that's it on that, brother. We can go ahead to close out. Right, Con. Yeah, man. So we pray that you brothers and sisters who tuned in was edified through the Spirit, man. Keep watching, keep praying, keep working on yourself, or work on your weaknesses, man. All right, be real with yourself in this thing, because we're getting hit into some troubled times, but as the scripture said, the Most High going to take care of his own. All we got to do is just stay on point, Lord willing, through the Spirit, man. And, the Most High going to take care of everything else. So with that, we're going to close out by giving our praise and glory once again unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, HaKadosh. The abundance unto the apostles and elders, the great millstone, peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.